Tonight, Father James Martin says that the Pope appoints gay-friendly bishops, cardinals to change the church on LGBT. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe. Vatican consultant and homosexual activist priest Father James Martin stated at a recent conference that Pope Francis has gone out of his way to appoint, quote, gay-friendly bishops and cardinals in the Catholic Church. Speaking at the Ignatian Family Teach-In for Justice 2018 in Washington, D.C. on Saturday evening, the Jesuit priest and America Magazine editor-at-large told students that, quote, things are changing in the Church regarding homosexuality under Francis's watch. He said, just look at what has happened in the last 5 years, since Pope Francis has been elected, he said. First of all, Pope Francis's comments about LGBT people, like, who am I to judge? His 5 most famous words were in response to questions about gay people, right? He's the first pope to use the word gay, in a sentence, Martin continued. Father Martin emphasized Pope Francis's relationship with people who identify as LGBT. He pointed out how the Pope has appointed bishops and cardinals who support the homosexual agenda. He said he has gay friends. He's talked about wanting gay people to feel welcome in the Church. That's a big deal. He has also appointed gay-friendly bishops and archbishops and cardinals like Cardinal Tobin, the Archbishop of Newark, who, for example, held a welcome mass for LGBT people in his cathedral. So that's one trend. The Jesuit priest noted that Francis's words and actions show the Pope's commitment to advancing homosexuality within the Church. He said what Pope Francis says and does, right? What he says about LGBT people and what he does in terms of who appoints, he added. Martin's statements about Pope Francis deliberately appointing gay-friendly bishops and cardinals, such as Joseph Tobin, become all the more significant when read alongside statements made by Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano in August about Pope Francis going around normal processes to make such appointments. About this, Vigano wrote, quote, the appointments of Cupich to Chicago and Joseph Tobin to Newark were orchestrated by McCarrick, Maradiaga, and Wuerl, united by a wicked pact of abuses by the first, and at least of cover-up of abuses by other two. Their names were not among those presented by the Chicago and Newark. Basing her doctrine on sacred scripture, the Church teaches that homosexual acts are, quote, acts of grave depravity, and are, quote, intrinsically disordered, since they are contrary to the natural law in that they close the sexual act to the gift of life. Under no circumstances can they be approved, states the Catechism of the Catholic Church. St. Peter Damian, an 11th century Italian Catholic reformer and doctor of the Church, described homosexuality in his famous Book of Gomorrah as diabolical corruption of God's plan for sexuality between a man and a woman. Homosexuality must not only not be tolerated, it must be condemned and stamped out, he wrote. For the full article, please follow the link in the description to LifeSite News.